I felt like making a video after all this time, but I didn't feel like writing a script for something like this, so fuck it, we're going off script, I guess.
We're off the books.
It seems like anyone with the foolish hubris to make a YouTube account has to have some hot take, so here is mine. AI is bad. Yeah, I know, hold your applause. I'll take my Pulitzer in the mail. So like, the last month I haven't been able to avoid thinking about AI at least once a day. So, right, I'm applying to a new job because the FAA doesn't like it when you get medical treatment. Fair enough. But I make my application and I'm told by certain people that I need to make my application optimized to be read by a fucking AI. I submit that application and it gets read by an AI whose job it is to reject job applications. So I have to get my fucking applications in through referrals that go around the AI. And then a company comes in and offers to fly me to their city so I can see how their operation works. And that city is fucking plastered tip to toe with AI bro advertisements, including, I think my personal favorite was the AI that advertised itself as, and I quote, Jordan Belfort's secret weapon. Jordan Belfort, the infamous scammer Jordan Belfort. Then I go to the job interview and they're like, oh yeah, if we ever have a problem with our code, our company has access to a language learning model. Great, man. I'm not gonna fucking use that. I would rather learn an entire programming language than give away my capacity for free thought to a fucking robot that hallucinates and lies and makes spaghetti code. Not that I fucking know anything about code anyway. I'm a pilot and a history major. I come home from all of this and fucking tired out of my ass, I just decided to, I don't know, open up Bark on a whim so I could maybe find other furries to hang out with. Or maybe a hot guy in a fursuit who's willing to to his basement and ride so fucking hard that I can claim disability afterwards. But no, I go to Park and I see one or two people with AI fursona pictures because they were too cheap and fucking greedy and lazy to either draw it themselves or hire an artist like any normal person does. I say, fuck it, I'll go ahead and just hang out on Telegram, I guess, but then on some of the channels I'm in, I'm getting force-fed AI ads down my fucking throat. Not by the users of those channels' choice, by the way. This is just integrated into the app now. I say fuck it, I close my app, I go to a fast food place to get some food because I don't value my health anymore, where I am forced yet again to confront another AI that is taking my order and reminding me about the fact that there is a tangible example now that I can look to of a corporation destroying a minimum wage job in a low-income community. I don't fucking know. This is all just perfectly capped off by now applying for an apartment in this new city I have to move to and being forced to verify my identity with an AI who has 3 times decided that I am not the person I claim to be in my ID and birth certificate and passport. Used to be the humans would sniff out whether or not the bots were human.
It used to be I had a cock and I could stand up when I pissed. Not anymore. Not if the Democrats have their way.
Now I guess it's the other way around. The bots are trying to determine whether humans are human. Well, okay, I guess I'm not a human. I'm a badger, but like, still, you get it. And also the idea of an AI whose sole job it is to measure my skull and determine whether or not I'm human, it feels like it's downstream from phrenology. I don't know. I wouldn't consider myself a good example of a leftist. That feels like phrenology. It feels a little bit like phrenology. If I were a more naive animal, I would ask, are people really okay with everything being dog shit? But I know the answer is yes. I hang out in aviation spaces sometimes. I know that people can be idiots. And it's not hard to see why. Conservatives like to consume media, but don't like the fact that leftists and the oppressed make better stories than them. And so using AI to do that instead cuts out those pesky leftists that they don't like. And perhaps more stupid than that, we have billionaires trying to decide whether LLMs are human, while they can't even admit that humans are human. However, this also makes sense when you realize that if the billionaires do determine that an LLM reaches quote-unquote sentience, it can be like a little human being in your computer, but you could own it like it's property. I know what this is. This is me at my 4-year-old niece's birthday party after having half a sip of White Claw. Anyway, there's my take. I hate AIs and AI companies, and I firmly believe that it is the second worst thing in the modern day with the letters AI in it. I found a job, by the way. I'm moving to that new place. I hope I can find lots of furries there to hang out with and, I don't know, maybe have a dating pool around there. I would like to settle down soon, eventually. Speaking of which, I'm doing much better with medication and therapy. No thanks to fucking Sean Duffy, you piece of shit. That's not fair. Pete Buttigieg didn't fucking help either. Anyway, I guess I haven't posted in this channel in a while because I've not had the energy to do huge researched projects. I do want to post and get all the warm and fuzzies from having strange people in my comments say absolutely stupid things at me. So who knows, maybe I'll just ramble and make an ass of myself off script as things come up. Lord knows I am an infamous yapper. I have plenty of shit to say even when the best idea is to not say anything. So I don't know, you might be seeing more of this badger. I'm gonna go now. I have to turn off my AC for all of these videos because the AC hums in the background and it's getting hot in here. So just go entertain yourself for a bit.